Hair is quite important to a portrait bust. Really, it kind of acts like the frame, which in reality, you know, we utilize our own hair to basically frame our face. Or there's going to be a few major elements that I want you to take note of. Probably the most important thing about hair is to treat it as if they are clumps of clay, like masses. Okay, not necessarily individual strands. Really don't try to do that. It's a fruitless attempt. Really think of it as masses and how those masses can flow in the air, you know, give a certain buoyancy to it. Or even if it's short hair like myself, they still have a lot of curls. They're still like these masses that you want to treat sculpturally, not necessarily as if it's reality. Those are going to be the main things you're going to see me do. So what I'm going to do with this particular sculpture is try to keep the hair tighter to the skull itself. Keep it short. Not short, it still will be long hair, but it'll be like pulled back and maybe, I don't know, flowing on the sides or whatnot. Because I do know that the amount of clay you have might inhibit you from doing an elaborate hair design such as like this guy here. Whew. Bernini. Awesome. Anyways, let's get to the demonstration. Alright, I wanted to take a few moments and talk about different ways of approaching hair in sculpture. Here are some old examples of sculptures I have done over the years. Some are quite old, some have flies on them. So I've always been enamored with the idea of flowing hair because that's really, in my opinion, what gives a sculpture lots of movement. And I tried to do that. I was specifically looking at Michelangelo's Moses at one point. I was doing a sample sculpture for a school, and I did this particular piece. If you look, I really tried to intertwine the hair. I tried to make it flowy and kind of going in and out of itself. A lot of spirals, and a lot of fun. It's been sitting out in the yard, that's why it's all dirty, but I think that looks pretty cool. Oops, almost dropped it. Same thing with even something a little more abstract. This gargoyle, this goat gargoyle, was oversimplified, but what I like about it is that it just really has a lot of direction and flow, and it kind of accentuates the gargoyle-esque-ness of it. More recently, of course, is Walt Disney. Now, the reason why I think this one's an important one to look at is because Disney always had his hair slicked back, and there really is not a lot to it. So when I was sculpting it, and this is the plastic casting, I had to really pay attention to not make it look like the hair crossed over itself or started and stopped in certain areas. So as you can see, and I'm going to do it from right here, the hair flows all the way from the scalp all the way back. Maybe there's some parts where it looks like it crosses over, but generally speaking, I had to just really make sure that it was as simplistic as possible. Alright, so here we are. If you only have a little bit of clay left like this, yeah, this might be a little bit tough to accomplish. So that's why I stole some more clay from school. So again, a few things to keep in mind is think of hair as major clumps of clay. This by itself could be like massive curls or massive body, or you know, use really good conditioner or something. But this is a real free-form approach to putting hair on. I really do want you just to kind of mass it out and put as much as you can to try to reshape it and to get flow and some motion and whatnot. So we'll see where I get with this. I'm just gonna go.